Hi there, it's Roy Breton here from A Countryman's View. Hope you're doing well. Today the title on my thumbnail reads Record Number of Excess Deaths. Now, it doesn't sound a particularly exciting subject, but it's good to have things out in the open. And here in the Daily Telegraph, it's talking about record number of excess deaths amid NHS strikes. Now, here it said Britain experienced a record number of excess deaths last year amid repeated NHS strikes and the continued cost of the COVID pandemic. Nearly 53,000 more people died in 2023 than normal, the highest figure recorded in a non-pandemic year since the Second World War. Telegraph analysis shows, so 53,000, that's over 1,000 a week. And then down here it reads experts, and that should be in inverted commas because we saw what the experts have said in the past, and the experts don't get it right. They say what they're told to say rather than based on truth. Well, that's what it appears. So experts have also said the impact of the pandemic, lockdowns and the resulting long waiting lists have all contributed to excess deaths. Your part is there's nothing mentioned about the vaccine. Nothing at all. It doesn't appear. Simply comments make for interesting reading, which I won't go through. And then here I've just put into Twitter or X a record number of excess deaths. Interesting comments. These horrific figures are receiving the attention they deserve. Important to keep it up. Nearly 53,000 more people died in 2023 than normal, the highest figure recorded since the Second World War. So it's good that these people are gradually waking up to seeing what really happened, and because we need to know the truth, it's only right that everyone should know the truth. And it appears that some things have been hidden and we haven't been told the truth, or quite a long way from the truth. And there's all sorts of different headlines or sort of comments that people have made regarding the same story, but it's quite interesting to read them. And then here we have Dr. John Campbell. I haven't watched many of his videos lately, but it's quite an interesting character because he actually took the vaccine and recommended people took it, but then he changed his tune as he realised the issues. But not all people appreciate what Dr. John said, but I appreciate his honesty. He was for it, he was genuine, he thought it was a good thing, and then in doing a bit more research he found out it wasn't quite so good as it appeared like. So quite interesting. You can find him on YouTube, and he's also here on Twitter. But he's got about the excess deaths and how they funnily enough, for where people have been vaccinated more, the figures seem considerably higher. But like many things, it's kind of quietly being covered up. And then here, kind of slightly different, but it's got consumers are rejecting the Great Reset. I believe of all this as part of what we call the Great Reset, and sort of leads us into end times in the Bible. But it's put here, I won't read the whole lot. COVID vaccine uptake has plummeted. Pfizer's stock is down 50% from 2 years ago. Moderna's is down over 70% in the same time. Just not sure when that tweet was from. Oh, yesterday. So it is up to date. And but there's more there. You can see that Zuckerberg's Threads has failed. There's a lack of enthusiasm for heavily censored social media platforms. So some good news and more down there. But the good news is that we never know when life's going to end. But the gospel of Jesus tells us the truth, and if we know him, we can have that wonderful gift of eternal life. And I was just looking here in 2 Timothy 3 1-5, and it says, "But know this, that in the last days perilous times will come, for men will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boasters, proud, blasphemous, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, unloving, unforgiving, slanderers, without self-control, brutal, despisers of good, traitors, headstrong, haughty, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godliness but denying its power, and from such people turn away." And this is kind of what we're seeing right now. we're not hearing the full truth. And then in 1 John 4:1, beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. What I love about the internet is we can look at the mainstream media, like here in the Telegraph, and we can cross-reference these things and see what other people have to say. Is it true? Is it right what they're saying? And just like it says here in 1 John 4:1, that we need to test things and make sure that they are true before sort of saying too much. And then John 3:16, famous verse, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. And the assurance that if we believe that Jesus died on the cross and rose again, then we can have eternal life. And finally, Ephesians 2:8 and 9, it's talking about by grace through faith. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast. So powerful words there. And if we believe, and I hope you're listening to this and you do, we have the gift of eternal life. So despite these sudden deaths and excess deaths, if we're a Christian, we have a destination. Death has lost its sting, and we've been given the gift of eternal life, which is a wonderful thing. If you've got any comments on this video, I'm here to try and help and encourage, and thank you very much for watching.